How you doing? And again, welcome back to Objectively Biased with me, your host, the objective one, Steve Fogmeg. And today, well, two things we're going to discuss. Quick recap on Week 6 in the NFL, just the afternoon games. And we're going to jump on the NBA. Preseason's already started, and there's been some words exchanged, primarily from Russell Westbrook, in regards to Kevin Durant. So without further ado, let's go. Alright, now Kevin Durant. And yet again, Kevin Durant has rolled himself under that proverbial bus of stupidity with just comments that he shouldn't be making. This time in regards to how wonderful it is to walk into a locker room where everybody is so selfless. When Russell Westbrook was asked, well, here's what he had to say.
That's cute, man. It's cute. But, my job is to be able to worry about what's going on here, and we gonna worry about all the selfish guys we got over here, apparently. So we gonna figure that out.
Is it hard, Russ, not to take everything that he says and feel like it's a shot at you guys?
I don't care. To me, it doesn't matter. My job is to worry about here. Honestly, I'm really tired of talking about it. So anytime anybody asks me another question, I'm just not going to answer. Just FYI. So I'm not talking about it no more.
Yes, I can't wait till these two meet, because that's going to be some fireworks going off on that game. But again, Kevin Durant, I've tried to defend him, but you can't anymore. We're talking about a guy who said he was in awe while playing the series that they were up 3-1 against Golden State. He was in awe of what they were doing and the way they played, and fantasizing basically about playing on that team while they were, well, kicking your ass and coming back from a 3-1 deficit. And as much as I knock LeBron James, he didn't leave Cleveland and go to Boston, the team that was beating him down. He went to Miami and created a team that could come back and beat Boston. You, Kevin Durant, turned around and joined the team that was beating you. I guess adds validity to, if you can't beat him, join him, right? But for Kevin Durant to do what he did, it's kind of like, I don't know, you get into a fight. And while you're getting your ass kicked, you're looking at that other person and going, wow, I wish I had hand skills like that. You're supposed to get mad. You're supposed to get upset that you're losing. You're supposed to want to beat the person that's beating you. Or in this case, the team that's beating you. I give up. Kevin Durant, you are officially the softest player in sports history. I can't think of anyone who has a weaker demeanor. So for Kevin Durant, here's a bit of advice. In the words of the late great Bernie Mac,
you had to shut what they call the fuck up.
And that's all I've got to say about that. Alright, now that I got that off my chest, let's get right into football and Week 6. So there's a quick recap on some of the things that I took away so far from the 1 o'clock and the 4 o'clock games. First, Seattle and Atlanta. Now I can admit when I'm wrong. And I was wrong about the Falcons. I was wrong about them for two reasons. Well, one, obviously, they're much better than I thought they were. Two, Alex Mack has made a considerable difference on that offensive line. Their center, the quarterback of the offensive line. And it has affected Matt Ryan in a great way. And make no mistake, this Seattle victory, which was kind of BS, considering Richard Sherman, how do you stop Julio Jones? Get, pass interfere against him and hope that no one gets a flag. Well, you got the home cooking, Sherman, because Julio had your ass smoked. But Atlanta's for real, and I'm not taking anything away from them. they should win that division. Why should they win that division? Because Carolina has spiraled completely out of control. And yet again, another loss, sending them to 1-5 against the New Orleans Saints, who put up a 41 spot on them. And yes, Carolina came back with 21 points in the fourth quarter. Fact still remains, this is a team that went to the Super Bowl. I'm lost. I don't know what happened to Carolina. I don't know what happened to that defense. I don't know what happened to Cam Newton. But at 1-5, you look like the doormat of a division you owned last season. And that makes no sense to me. 465 yards. Drew Brees threw for 465 yards and 4 touchdowns. There's offenses this week that didn't put up 465 total yards in a game. And Brees threw for that. I'm just saying. Another takeaway, the New England Patriots. Tom Brady's back and they're rolling. Brady went 29-35, 376 yards passing and 3 touchdowns with 0 picks. Yes, Tommy Terrific and the New England Patriots are riding high. Now, granted, the Cincinnati Bengals don't look like a team that's primed to make the playoffs. As a matter of fact, they look like a team that's primed to get Marvin Jones' ass fired. Maybe it's time. Dallas Cowboys. What can I say? As an Eagles fan, I hate them. But it's the rookie show. Dak Prescott and Zeke Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott today ran for 157 yards on 28 carries. 5.6 yards per carry. That's impressive. Dak Prescott, excellent game there. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. They went to Green Bay and they owned them. I don't want to put too much emphasis on Dallas being a real team for the simple fact that they're being managed by a rookie quarterback. But I tell you what, that rookie quarterback is managing that team extremely well. And last but not least, the Dolphins beat the Steelers. And Jay Ajayi had 204 yards rushing for 2 touchdowns. Not saying that I expected Miami to do this, but it's about time I saw something coming into fruition with Miami. Miami is not as bad as they have looked. And while Ben Roethlisberger did get hurt, Miami's defense held up pretty good. And it was nice to see that Miami is actually looking, well, at least for this week, look like a football team. As opposed to just a red carpet where everybody just walks all over you, the way they have in the first 5 weeks of the season. That's my NFL recap. See you next week. Alright, now for the objective thought. And I had an objective thought in mind that was sports related. But when life is more important than sports, I think that's something that has to be talked about. I have a friend who has basically been notified that his significant other has no more than a week to live. Now, I did a piece on Craig Sager, the colorful sideline reporter for the NBA, who has battled back from cancer twice and has only had it come out of remission both times, and he's battling it again. And this is a similar situation. And we need to really embrace life. We need to be able to look past all the social issues, political issues, our personal beliefs, feelings. We need to get past hatred and anger, jealousy and animosity. And we need to get to living, enjoying, and loving what we have. As cliche as it may sound, nothing in life is guaranteed. Nothing is promised. And while we all try to make plans for the future, while we all try to plan for tomorrow, we got to remember to live for today. Because the reality is, you never know when today might be your last tomorrow. Thank you again for watching, and remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Stephen Fogmeg. Follow me on Instagram at @s_Fogmeg and on Twitter at @sfogmeg. Look forward to the November 5th debate, open table discussion, where we will be discussing why sports athletes are held to a standard of being nothing more than a name on the back of a jersey, as opposed to a human being who has thoughts. Again, thank you and enjoy.